Article 117 Espionage. The penalty of prison correctional shall be inflicted upon any person who, without authority, therefore, enters a warship, fort, or naval or military establishment or reservation to obtain any information, plans, photographs, or other data of a confidential nature relative to the defense of the Philippine Archipelago. Or number 2, being in positions by reasons of the public office he holds of the articles, data, or information referred to in the preceding paragraph discloses their contents to a representative of a foreign nation. What is espionage? Espionage is the office of gathering, transmitting, or losing information respecting the national defense with intent or reason to believe that the information is to be used of the injury of the public of the Philippines or to the advantage of any foreign nation. Ito pala ay ang pagkuha, pagbigay, o pagwala ng impormasyon patungkol sa depensa ng ibang bansa, ng isang bansa. Ito ay ang intensyon na sirain ang Pilipinas o gamitin ng ibang bansa. What are the ways of committing espionage under 117? There are two ways of committing espionage under Article 117 by entering without authority therefore, a warship, fort, naval, or military establishment or reservations to obtain any information, plans, photographs, or other data of a confidential nature relative to the defense of the Philippines by disclosing to the representative of foreign nations the contents of the articles, data, or information referred to in paragraph number 1 of Article 117, which he had in his possessions by reason of public office he holds. What are the elements of the first way of committing espionage? That the offender enters any of the places mentioned therein, pumasok ang may sala sa mga lugar na ito, a warship, fort, naval, or military establishments or reservation, that he has no authority, therefore, wala siyang pahintulot na pumasok. That his purpose is to obtain information, plans, photographs, or other data of a confidential nature relative to the defense of the Philippines. Ang kanya sadya ay para makumuha ng impormasyon, mga plano, mga litrato, o iba pang mga datos na itinalagang lihim patungkol sa depensa ng Pilipinas. What are the elements of the second way of committing espionage? Elements of the second way of espionage: that he has in his possessions are articles, data, or information referred to in paragraph number 1 to Article 117 by reason of the Philippines o public office he holds, nasa kanyang pangangalaga bilang nagtatrabaho sa gobyerno. Ang impormasyon, mga plano, mga litrato, o iba pang mga datos na itinalagang lihim patungkol sa depensa ng Pilipinas, that he discloses their contents to a representative of foreign nation. Ipinaalam niya ang nilalaman ng mga ito sa isang kinatawan dayuhang bansa. To be liable under Part 1, what must the offender have? To be liable under Part 1, offender must have the intention to obtain information relative to the defense of the Philippines. Para sumagot sa part 1, ang may sala ay dapat layunin na makuha impormasyon patungkol sa depensa ng Pilipinas. If the accused has no such intention, even if he takes positions of plans or photographs referred to in paragraph number 1 of Article 117, he is not liable under that provision. Kung ang akusado ay walang ganoong layunin kahit kinuha niya ang mga plano o mga litrato, hindi siya managot sa provision na ito. Is it necessary that the information, etc. is obtained? Under the first way of committing espionage, it is not necessary that the offender should have obtained any information, plans, etc. mentioned in paragraph number 1 of the Article 117. It is sufficient that he has the purpose to obtain any of them when he entered a warship, fort, or naval or military establishment. Sa ilalim ng unang paraan, para magawa ang espionage, hindi kailangan na ang may sala ay kumuha ng impormasyon, mga plano, etc. Sapat na ang mga kanyang layunin na makuha ang alinman sa mga ito noong pumasok siya sa warship, port, or naval or military establishment. Who are the person liable and two ways of committing espionage? Under paragraph number 1 of Article 117, the offender is any person, whether a citizen or a foreigner, a private individuals, or a public officer. Sa ilalim ng paragraph number 1 ng Article 117 na may sala ay kahit sino mang tao. Mas mataas ang kaparusahan kung ang may sala ay isang nagtatrabaho sa gobyerno. Ang parusa ay isang hakbang pataas. Under paragraph number 2, the offender must be a public office who has in possessions the article, data, and information by reason of the public office he holds. Sa ilalim ng paragraph 2, the may sala kailangan nagtatrabaho sa gobyerno na ang kanyang trabaho ay pangangalagan ang article, data, or information. There are other acts espionage being punished by any law. Yes, other acts of espionage are punished by Commonwealth Act number 616, Article 118, exciting to war or giving motives or reprisals. The penalty of reclusion temporal shall be imposed upon any public officer or employee that the person mayor upon any private individuals who are unlawful or unauthorized act provokes or gives occasions for a war involving a liable to involve the Philippines Islands or exposes Filipino citizens to reprisal on their person or property. What are the elements of inciting to war or giving motives for reprisals? Elements that the offender performs unlawful or unauthorized acts. Ang may sala ay gumawa ng paglabag sa batas o walang pahintulot na mga gawa. That such acts provoke or gives occasion for a war involving or liable to involve Philippines or expose Filipino citizens or reprisals on their persons or property. Ang mga ginawa ay manggalit o magbigay ng okasyon para magkaroon ng giyera ang ibang bansa at ang Pilipinas o maglagay sa kapamakan na mga Pinoy sa paghiganti laban sa kanilang pagkatao o pag-aari. What are the example of inciting war or giving motives for reprisals? The rising without sufficient unauthorized or troops within the Philippines for a service of a foreign nation other or against another nation. Ang pagtatalaga na walang sapat na pahintulot laban sa kanilang pagkatao o pag-ari. What are the example exciting to war or giving motives for present? The rising without sufficient unauthorized or pro troops within the Philippines for a service of the foreign nations against another nation. Ang pagtatalaga na walang sapat na pintulot ng mga tropa sa loob ng Pilipinas para gamiting dayuhang bansa laban sa isa pang bansa. The public destruction of a flag or seal of the foreign states of the public manifestations or hospitality to the head or ambassador of another states. Ang pampublikong pagpapakita ng pagkasira ng watawat o silyo ng isang dayuhang bansa o ang pampublikong pagpapahiwatig na naghahamon sa ulo ng ambasador ng isang bansa.